everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our monthly budget results for July and closing our July budget. So let's go ahead and have a look quickly how we did in our final week for July, and then we'll close out our budget. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. So the week 5 of July was not that bad. So in the food category we spent £19.95. In travel, didn't spend anything. My allowance, I spent £15.55. Nothing spent for my daughter's allowance, nothing spent for unbudgeted, which means that remaining for unbudgeted was negative 1946 from the first week, I believe, or the second. And then for my daughter, remaining was the same as before because we didn't spend anything in the last week. So it was £31.33. My allowance, don't think there's much left now because I spent a little bit more. And where is my calculator now? There it is. So I don't know if you guys noticed in my previous videos when I used my phone to do the calculations, because there was a change in the lighting. The camera detected my mobile screen's light and it turned the page a little bit yellow. So I'll link it here if you want to see. So I've decided not to use my phone screen with this camera. I'm just going to use this calculator instead. So I've got £2.01 left. So that's great. And for travel we still have how much left? £21.80 for food. So if you do that, 20.93 minus 19.95, so we have 98 pence left. So that's not bad because we did stay within budget, so that's great, even if it's just by a few pennies. But every little counts. So I'm going to zoom you guys out back and let's go to our monthly spread. Which is here. So just for a recap, when I set up my monthly view to cover our fixed expenses and variable expenses, I only considered my pay and my daughter's child health benefit because we weren't sure if my husband was going to get paid, and if he did get paid how much it would be because he is self-employed. So the monthly spread is based on that, and I'm going to keep it as it is. Even though he did get paid later on in the month, I haven't included it here because all of that money was allocated towards other sinking funds. So I just didn't want to add it here. I'm not going to add it here and mess my calculations up. So I'll just go by what we have here. So that made the total of £1,680, and this is here. So most of the fixed expenses, I think they were the same. So let's go ahead and write down what we actually paid. So self-storage, it did go through, which was same as what we budgeted, so £114, because that is fixed. And for committee money, we did pay exact £500. For my phone bills, it was actually £42.11. And for credit cards, it was £74.42. And the debt, yes, we paid £250 there. So if we add all of that up, let's see what it comes up as. So not much difference, but 980.53. So £7 left. 980.53, around £7. Okay. Moving on to our variable expenses. So, like I said, doing weekly check-ins helps a lot. So I've already added up using my weekly check-ins all the variable expenses. So I'm going to write it down. So for food, it came up to £249.02. For travel, the actual spending was £12.20. For my subscription, so this is a big one actually. So I have been budgeting £100 for the past few months, and one of my goals for July was, I don't know if I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, so one of my goals for July was to actually go through my subscriptions and cut them down and I think I did that in my debt payoff plan or debt tracker from June. So I'll link that video up above if you haven't seen it. So I made some goals for the month of July and to minimize our expenses and see where we could cut off some unnecessary bills and payments. So when I actually wrote down everything, the total of my subscriptions came up to be as £145.13. So obviously our budget was disturbed because we've been budgeting the wrong amount all along. So it's £145.13, and in my allowance I spent £97.99, and into my 52-week savings challenge I moved 129 exact as budgeted. And in sinking funds, so nothing from here, even though we did put some money towards sinking funds, but that was from my husband's paycheck, so because it was not part of this total sum, so I'm not going to add it here. So from here we didn't allocate any money to sinking funds or to households. And for my daughter, she spent £48.67. Well, I spent it on her, she didn't spend it because she's still 15 months old, so she can't do any spending yet. So let's add everything up and see what it comes up. Oh yes, I need to add unbudgeted here actually. Unbudgeted. So we didn't budget anything for it, but we've actually spent £19 and how much was it? 46. £19 and 46. So now let's add everything up. So we actually spent 701 and 47. Right. So the total, let's add these two up to see what they come up to be, and then we can allocate extra debt payment or anything if we have anything left, but I doubt it, so let's do that. 747 plus 980.53. Oof, £2 above. So 1682, right? So I'll do 1680 minus it comes up as minus £2. So even though it's negative, but it doesn't matter because, like I said, we have a little bit of buffer in our checking account, and also my salary is not exact 1600, it's 1600 and a little bit above, like 10 or 20 pounds above. So yes, so that helps. So that means our checking account is not in a negative, even though our budget is. So that means that we really need to, so I think it was just the subscriptions that really messed our budget up, and we need to take into account next time when we do it. So yeah, so that's it for our July budget report. I do have some new goals for the month of August as a result of the outcome from this, and we have now taken care of our subscriptions, so I will update you on that in another video and let you know a little bit about what we did. And if you want to know what subscriptions I had and which ones I cut down and which ones I'm missing the most, let me know and I can do a video on that as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!